Sagittarius, what you doing? You're not here for a tarot reading. I don't know what you're here for. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to be doing your... Oh, damn, man. We're going to be doing your tarot reading today. It's a general tarot reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you're new, welcome to the chaos. If you're not, welcome back. My name is Jordyn. I'm a master Reiki practitioner, quantum healer, and spiritual mentor. Even in my silliness, I can be a mentor. But we're going to do your reading today. Energies can be reversed, so take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you want a personal reading or a Reiki session, go ahead, book it down below. Okay? Let's get into it. Sagittarius, I love doing Sag readings. I think y'all are just like, so fun. You're fun. So let's see what's going on for you, my dear Sag. Sag, you're doing a lot of traveling. I feel like you're thinking of moving. 10 of Wands, 2 of Wands, yeah. So something's ending. You're having a new opportunity to build a new foundation. AKA you might be moving, changing jobs. You might be thinking about quitting a current job. You might be even leaving a relationship with the 10 of Wands there. This is energy of like, shit, that's heavy. I don't know if I want to keep doing this. And then you got the 2 of Wands. This new opportunity, you're still not sure if you want to take it. We're going to look into why that is in a minute. I feel like there's almost hesitance. Like, is this the right decision for me? Or am I pulling the trigger too quickly? So let's see. Let's see what else we got for you. Page of Pentacles. You're doing a lot of pondering. Page of Pentacles in reverse is relationships. Lovers. Also decisions. The Lovers is indicative of decisions because you know that story of that girl who ate that apple. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. She made the decision to eat the apple. Lovers. The story of Adam and Eve. Okay. Yeah, if you weren't picking up what I was putting down, there you go. Let's keep going. What a stoner laugh. That's funny. King of Swords in reverse. Sorry, King of Swords upright. And the Ace of Wands. This is somebody else. Very, very, oh my Lanta. Very serious. Killing my vibe. They're really emotional. I don't think that's normal for them. Very emotional. I immediately just got this wave of like really wanting to cry that went over me. Yep, I might cry here in a minute. I think they're really scared of losing this relationship. Okay, so we have one person over here like, should I leave? Should I not leave? This feels like, and if this is all you, this could be your logical mind, and this could be how you feel about it. So just be mindful of that. But this over here feels like someone's like really exhausted with a certain situation, and they're really contemplating, what should I do? This feels like someone's like thinking about the potential of losing this relationship and having this new beginning, but they feel a lot of loss with that. Like if they were to really let that go, it feels painful to them. There's something that feels really light though on this Ace of Wands. It's almost like this has to fall apart for it to be reborn. Or maybe that's just me being disgustingly optimistic. Guilty. Let's see what else we got. 5 of Swords in reverse and the Hangman. I don't know why I just laughed at that. This is actually a really good energy. This is somebody realizing how they tell themselves stories of things that aren't actually happening. The 5 of Swords is the inner critic, and it's the 5s are indicative of one, change. The 5 of Swords rule the mind, and the 5 of Swords is about conflict. It's about betrayal. That might be what is really emotional here. They might be realizing the betrayal that they've made either to themselves or to another through this dynamic. Yeah, it feels more to themselves. Like, oh, I've betrayed myself. If only I allowed myself to be more emotional versus stoic. Because they show up as a King of Swords, but they were very emotional. And that's what I thought was weird about it. This feels like a self-betrayal. This feels like somebody realizing how their lack of vulnerability has affected their own personal emotional fulfillment, because then you have the 9 of Cups on the bottom of the deck followed by the Wheel of Fortune, and then you have your lovely reconciliation, 3 of Cups with your new beginning, and the person who's fighting for the relationship, the 6 of Cups. I love it. I want some more of it. Actually, no, I don't. I want to clarify. Let's get into it. Let's see what's kicking. What's kicking this chicken? Don't ask me where I get this stuff because, quite honestly, I pull it from places you probably don't want to know. Let's see what's going on, Sag. 10 of Wands. I'm gonna stop smiling because the 10 of Wands ain't too happy. Okay. So Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of change that happens here in this situation. Have to switch. You know, opening the hips, the sacral. Five of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. This makes me sad. There's sadness about this dynamic because there is a constant effort from, or I should say somebody's energy, whoever this is, they feel as if they have made a constant effort to be stable, to be reliable, to be this really amazing, great partner. And they feel like it's been met with conflict. It's been met with this power struggle. It's been met with this battle over and over and over again, right? Okay. So let's keep going. Let's look at this Two of Wands. Oh no, don't say it so. Two of Wands clarified with the Two of Wands in reverse on top of it is validation for me as a reader that the channel message that I've said is correct, okay? Because we have the same card on top of the same card. In between them, sandwiched between the two wands, is the Seven of Cups in reverse and the Devil. Somebody's realizing how like addicted they are to this relationship. This could also be codependency, okay. This feels like there's a lot of fear here. I feel like we're going to see a theme of like abandonment or rejection or feeling unworthy pop up. Yeah. Okay. So this relationship's fallen apart at this place, okay? It is Justice in reverse speaks to an imbalanced contract or a broken contract. And with the Ten of Wands, that cyclic energy tells me that there's already been an ending. There's a lot of love here. The feminine energy is now showing up. So we have a King of Pentacles. This is interesting, and I'll tell you why, because I should. But with the King of Pentacles and a Queen of Wands energy, they're both upright. And the King of Pentacles is very stable. A Queen of Cups is very intuitive. Both very loyal, both very loving, but one is more naturally practical and the other is more emotionally or intuitively driven. And so the way in which they move in the world is different. And so I feel like the Queen realizes with the Moon in reverse, because both are Cancer energy, this is very intuitive, very mystical kind of energy, although very loving, very gentle, very kind. I think this is what is aiding in this reconciliation that this energy heads towards. And I say energy because energy and time are fluid. What we experience here in the physical world might not reflect this energy for a few days or maybe a few hours or maybe a week for some people because we all move differently energetically, right? So let's look at the Page of Pentacles. This is the review. So I feel that the King is this energy. I feel like they're thinking about how the contract has ended with this feminine. I think they're reminiscing on how much they love them and how much they are intuitive, they are caring, and how like they really want them. That's why the Devil is there, that attachment and that fear of losing them. And I feel that this is what the review is about. Tell me about this Page of Pentacles. The Sun, yeah, they're thinking, so now they're reminiscing about all the happy times they had with this person. I feel that this feels actually like really, I want to say like, it sounds really cliche, like divinely guided. It does. There's something that is very, I want to say like suited about these two. Like they fit, they're suited for one another really well. They balance one another. And there's something very vulnerable about this dynamic. The Sun, there's like this unspoken, like joy. Like even if they're not talking, it's like it's a very loving, it's a very joyous energy between the two. It's very emotional. It's very emotional. Like from here on is where I get emotional. And I think it's because now we're getting past the attachment and we're moving into the higher states of consciousness, which are more about love and understanding. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. So there's the King to the Queen. Yeah, they're a true pair. The King and Queen of Pentacles are my perfect partner pairs. I love these two together. They're really stable. It's like the mother and father before they upgrade. I don't want to say upgrade because that means that we're on a scale of what's better and what's worse. Before they elevate, right, to a higher state of consciousness, which would be the Emperor and the Empress would be the next one. because to me as a reader, it's Nine of Pentacles, King or Queen of Pentacles, Emperor, Empress. So this Queen of Pentacles has the Knight of Pentacles in reverse on them. So there's a review of how much joy that this feminine energy brought to the masculine energy's life. And feminine and masculine are energy, not gender. I'm masculine and I'm a female. Okay, perfect example. So this Knight of Pentacles is almost like the recognition of like the lack of action or the lack of effort or follow through on certain offers that was being made in this relationship. And yeah, Nine of Cups. I feel that the masculine's in a place of really deeply reviewing how maybe a lack of follow through, because a Knight of Pentacles in reverse is either hesitance or it's false offers to me as a reader. And this feels more so like they didn't have the intention of a false offer, but like said they were going to do something and then it just wouldn't happen. And so with Judgment in reverse, they know that this led to poor decisions and it was kind of like to their own demise. They lost what was fulfilling to them, this relationship. So let's look at the Lovers now. Nine of Wands. Oh yeah, they're going to fight for it. The World and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, so this had to end. This relationship had to end, or the phase it was in had to end, because it was no longer serving either person in a healthy way. It wasn't. And that's good. We let go of the yucky stuff. Ace of Pentacles, there, you already have your new beginning. And the King of Swords knows that. Yep, then they're going to say like, oh my gosh, I had all these realizations. I want to talk about it, right? I'd like to make the offer to have a second chance together. I like that this is very focused on one perspective. It touches on the other person's energy, but it's not like coming from their perspective, which is nice. Then we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, so they've thought a lot about how to approach this situation. They've thought a lot about it, and it's going to be very honest. They're going to take accountability for the misuse of their power or any manipulation or things that stood in the way of this moving forward in the way it should have. Ace of Wands. And there's the new beginning. Yeah, it's going to be very passionate. It's very loving. So let's look a little deeper into what this new beginning looks like with the Ace of Wands. Okay, now I feel the feminine coming in. Yeah. Empress in reverse. There it is. Yeah, Empress in reverse. Immediately I got to the Ace of Wands. It felt my heart space, and that's when I knew it was the feminine. Not to associate the feminine with the heart space, but the masculine felt more in my sacral. It felt that energy lower in my body, which makes sense because they're pentacles. They're more grounded, they're more rooted, whereas the feminine is more emotional, more intuitive, so she would be associated with higher chakras. Empress energy. I like this energy a lot. They're very scared. They're very scared. This is very emotional. This makes me want to talk faster. And to me, that comes across as somebody who has anxiety. Like, oh my gosh, what if I get hurt? What if they do this again? What if they come and approach me and like, it's not how I wanted to? Like, what am I going to do? It's a very anxiety-ridden energy. Yeah, Three of Cups. They're second guessing. It's not that they're second guessing. They're unsure if this new beginning is reconciliation or not. And it frightens them. It frightens them. Yeah, King of Cups. Oh, they think that it's so funny. So now we're getting the other perspective. This king knows that the feminine has deep love for them, but over here the feminine is like, they don't love me. So they're this betrayal. We had a Five of Swords somewhere. Five of Wands. I thought we had a Five of Swords. I thought we did. Maybe we, oh yeah, it's right there. I was about to say, that would make sense, because I was about to say this feminine is probably the one who felt the Five of Swords, the betrayal of some sort, because that's what their behavior comes across. Like, there must have been a betrayal or a feeling of something seeming as a betrayal or really hurtful for them to process the masculine's energy in a way that they'd say, oh, they don't love me, they don't care for me. Yeah, but they know it's a Two of Cups. Do you need to do some somatic breathing? We can do some somatic breathing. Let's look at this Five of Swords. So, oh gosh. Page of Swords and the Four of Cups. Yeah, this comes down to abandonment and rejection. Yeah, the Four of, this is very emotional. Man, I've been crying all week. The last thing I want to do when I'm finally like, yeah, I feel like being happy, is do readings that make me cry. It's okay though, because it's not like a sad cry. It feels like a vulnerable cry. It feels like that conversation of, I am scared of receiving love because I've been rejected and hurt and belittled and put down so much. And it makes me really scared to come back to this because I have felt those ways in this relationship and I don't want to feel that way again. That's what this comes across as. It comes across as a very serious but like vulnerable conversation, emotions put to the side though, and very like boom, 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 blunt. Let's look at the Hangman. Yeah, Page of Cups. And so then there it is. I love it. Page of Cups is the card of vulnerability, and you have the Phoenix, which is the rebirth, and it's on the Hangman in reverse, which is new perspectives. And so the feminine energy is realizing like, okay, I can't just say how I feel. That's not vulnerability. Expressing and saying, like communicating how I feel in a way that is really genuine and heartfelt and emotional, as the feminine's natural instinct and natural energy is very emotional. That is vulnerability, communicating through my emotions, not through the logical understanding of my emotions. They're two very different things. 9 of Cups, 4 of Wands, yeah. And the Hierophant in reverse, and the Tower. So the 10 of Pentacles, this relationship's going to be fine. You're going through very heavy lessons about your own inner wounds. This Hierophant in reverse is not the relationship falling apart. I know a lot of readers say the Hierophant is marriage or it's divorce. It is, but it's also the card of lessons. It's the teacher, it's the guru, it's spirit, it's higher power. And it's also the card of contracts. So contracts are not only external to ourselves. Contracts are also things we make with ourselves, right? So the contract to scarcity mindset, or the contract to I'm a badass bitch. You know, like those are contracts. They are beliefs. They are things that you have undying faith in, and in turn your energy matches them. So both of you are releasing your undying faith, or the contracts you've made with not feeling worthy of love because you do not fully love yourselves. And so this lesson of vulnerability of the new form of communication you're both taking on is leading you to very stable foundations and a happy inner child. Woo! Yeah, Page of Wands, which is like fun, loving, curious, exciting, like playful, all that great stuff. So Sag, this is what I have for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you want a personal reading or a Reiki session, please book it down below. I'd love to have you. I'd love to be part of your journey. Check out my Reiki certification classes and my mentorship program. It is a 4-month-long program. It certifies you in all 3 levels of Reiki as well as quantum healing. I also do mentoring for spirituality, mindset. My background's in biology and psychology, so if you couldn't tell. But yeah, check it out. I'd love to have you, and you get a free 10-minute reading if you decide to join our awesome community on Patreon. You'll also have access to a lot of content on there that I do not post on YouTube. So I'd love to see you, and I wish you the best. Like, share, subscribe. I think that's in my spiel. Toodles.